What's going on, guys? Twin coming at you with another MLB The Show 19 tips video. Today we're going to cover, in my opinion, the easiest way to get team affinities done here in MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty. Be sure to leave a like if you guys want to see more of these, you enjoy these types of tip videos. Subscribe if you guys are new on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and comment down below other things that you want tips on. Maybe if you have tips about team affinities to get people, but just other tips, tricks, guides, hints, whatever type of tutorial videos you want to see from me for MLB The Show 19. When you first go into the team affinities, we're probably just going to stick with the Orioles for this, by the way. When you first go in, you see March to October. For beating March to October on legend difficulty, okay, you can get 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 of the credits towards this program. Now, 60 gets you more than enough for the card to get that diamond, okay? It gets you up to the spot where you get 5,000 stubs. So if you beat it on Hall of Fame or higher, you get the card. Now, that might seem easy enough. Hall of Fame, it's difficult, but at the same time, if you're locked and you focus, you play well, you can get it done. But the issue is March to October takes over 10 hours, man. I would say probably like the average person, it's going to take 12 plus hours to get March to October done. So it's probably not the most efficient way to be getting your team affinities done. Also, I just want to make it clear, when I say done, I mean getting to 50. I mean getting the diamond card. Yeah, you can get a nameplate. That's technically finishing the team affinity, but when I'm talking about completing and getting it done the easiest, I'm talking about getting the diamond card, the thing that most people are really trying for here in these team affinities, the level credit 50 reward. There's two main things that you guys are going to want to focus on. Number one is all the way down to the bottom. So this is what I highly recommend doing. You guys can see there's 3 different exchanges here. It's going to be different for each team. They're always going to be the rivals in the division, I believe. So for Baltimore Orioles, you have their AL East rivals. Also, the Washington Nationals are apparently a rival with them. So that's another team that you can exchange. And if you get these 3 exchanges done, okay, that's going to get you all the way to 45 points. You will literally be 5 of the program points away from getting that diamond. And if you go all the way back to the top, if you get 250 innings done with the team, that's 5 right there. So if you do those exchanges and you do the innings, bam, you have it done. That's the easiest way, in my opinion, to be doing team affinities. I'm going to go ahead right now and go a little bit more in depth, give some pointers on getting these things done, in my opinion, the most efficient way. So we're going to start with the exchanges again for kind of going in more detail. So we'll just go into this one. And as you guys can see, depending on the overall of the player, okay, the overall, not the skill level, I mean, it is a rarity, but the overall of the player is their exchange value. So you guys can see 55s are 100, 58s are 100. It appears that most of the commons are 100, but once you get to 61, they start to 106, then the 62s are 128. And what we're going to focus on, in my opinion, the best ones to do are bronzes. Now, you guys can see here, 233. That's not a lot, man. For 30,000, that would take a lot. But if you go over a few pages, you guys can see 74 overall bronzes are 1,500, and 73 are 1,200. So right there, you only need 30 bronzes. I'm only going to need 30 of this guy if I want to get this program done. If I do this one, I'm only going to need 20. Right here, it's only going to take 20 of these 74, and it's going to be the same thing, man, except if you go back all the way down, it's going to be 60,000, so you would need 40, or 100,000, you need a little bit more. And we can go to the market real quick, and this is what I really want to make sure you guys know and are doing if you're trying to get these exchanges done. It's going to take a little bit of stubs. However, it's not that many stubs, especially if you're not trying to get every single team affinity done. If there's only certain ones you want to focus on, it's really not going to be too bad. So we can just go to 74 overall. There's no way to sort by division. You can sort by certain team if you want to, but all the bronzes and stuff are kind of going to be around the same price. So we're just going to, I guess, do 74 for the max, maybe 71 for the minimum. And I don't know if you can exchange flashbacks. We're just going to as well set it to live series right now. So as you guys can see, a 74 overall, say Para right here. If I go in here, create a buy order, right now I can create a buy order for 101 stubs. Now, if I were to do that, say for the one where I need 20 of them, 20 times, that's 2,000 stubs to get the exchange done. Then if you do the one that's more than that, it's going to be an extra 4,000 stubs. So it's going to be 6,000 stubs to do that. And for the final and third exchange, I believe it's just those two combined. So it's going to be another 6,000 stubs. It's going to be 12,000 stubs to get it done doing the 74 overall if you can get it for about 100, which some are more and some are going to be a little bit less. It really just depends. So in my opinion, what you want to do for the 74s, if you're going to be doing that right now, at least with the current market, if you can, try to get in for 100 stubs or less. There's guys, Cameron Maben, Wade LeBlanc, Evan Gaddis down here, Ryan Madsen. There's a few guys, Gerardo Parra up here. There's guys that are going to be below 100 for the sell. Now you're going to be wanting to create buy orders for the players at 100 subs or less is kind of what you want to be aiming towards. And then if we go down here, you can see Logan Morrison 63 for a 73 overall player. 73 overall players are going to be a little bit cheaper, and it just kind of has to be your opinion what you want to do, because it really depends. Like, some of these 73 guys can get down low, you know, 60 stubs. That's probably going to be a little bit better for you. So in my opinion, you really just want to be focusing on these higher overall bronzes, the 74s, 73s, maybe even 72s. But I think it's just going to be probably the easiest if you're focusing on those 73s and 74s. But especially for the 74s, you probably don't want to be spending any more than 100,000 stubs per card, because if you're doing that, it's going to just start bumping up that stub price for those exchanges. I don't really have like a set recommended price, but for 74s, like I said, I would try not to do more than 100 stubs per card. Sometimes it can be hard, but I think you can usually find guys that are cheaper than 100 if you put in a buy order, and they're usually moving pretty fast at this time of the year. A lot of people playing the game, getting cards, selling cards, stuff like that. And for 73s, I think I would probably recommend trying to get it below 90. Lower if you can. It really just depends, but I would say maybe if you can below 90, but obviously below 100. You definitely, especially for 73s, 72s, you don't want to be spending any more than 100, but for any of them, I would try to recommend keeping it below 100. And keep in mind, 72 overalls for bronzes, you get 997 towards the exchange, so it's about 1,000. So for the 30,000 one, you would need 30 of these. And maybe someone like Colby Rasmus, that could be worth it, getting him for less than 50 stubs. But if it were me, when I'm getting my team affinities done, I'm personally trying to focus on the 74 and 73 overalls. I think it's just a little bit easier, and just all these bronzes around here are around the same price. So it's like if I'm spending 75 stubs on a 72, I think there's probably some 73s that I could be spending 75 stubs or less on to be getting these done. And it's going to depend too a little bit by division. It's going to vary from division to division, team to team, affinity to affinity, but it should all be around the same area. And definitely don't hesitate if you see someone like Tyler Clippard who's really low. Keep doing it, man. Just keep putting in those buy orders. You don't necessarily need to get it done right away. You can put in some buy orders, go play a game, and then see if those buy orders have gone through after you finish that game, which leads me to my next point. What's the beauty of these team affinities is the innings can be done in any mode in Diamond Dynasty, man. Pretty much any mode in Diamond Dynasty. There's also online innings, but if you're playing with players, Battle Royale, events, Conquest, keep that in mind, okay? You're going to be getting innings. So some of these, you're already going to be getting them done. Some of these, you might at some point when you want to go to the team affinities, you're just looking through these, you might already have that 5 towards the innings, which is also repeatable. So maybe you even have more if you've been playing a lot and a lot, or focusing with the team build, stuff like that. And you just need one of those 5 innings done to combine with the exchanges. Or if you do 2, you don't have to do that exchange right there. So combine them however you want to. Mix the innings with the exchanges, and it's the easiest way to do team affinities. If you guys have not done Conquest or need tips on how to do Conquest, I have a video on how to do it. It might be in the pinned comment on this video. Otherwise, it's pretty recent on my channel, or you can just search Twin Gaming TV MLB 19 Conquest. It should pop up. And I'm gonna go ahead into the Conquest map real quick and just kind of talk about this a little bit. So we go to Conquest. I have it done. Okay, I have the entire map covered. All I need to do is attack the strongholds. So say I'm doing the Orioles team affinity and I need to get innings with Orioles players. Well, I'm going to go ahead to my squad, build a squad with all Orioles players, have that set as my main squad. Okay, you just need to go into it in your squad, L1 and R1. Once you're on your innings team, mine's the Orioles right here. Then you just press circle, you go back, and you can go into Conquest. And this is the team that you guys are going to be playing with. Now, as I said, if you're trying to buy players to get those exchanges done, go ahead and be putting in buy orders. And then while you're waiting for those to finish, go either attack a stronghold so you can get closer to being in Conquest, or in the Steel Fans phase, you can get innings. I believe I tested it, and I'm pretty sure you can get a max of 9 innings in a Conquest game. So they're normally 3 innings, but you can play up to extra innings and get a total of 9 innings completed that will count towards these innings. So right there, if you have an entire team, that's 81 innings. Okay, in a 9-inning game, that's 81 innings. So it's going to take 3 9-inning games, pretty much, a little bit more than 3, a little bit more innings than 3, but pretty much 3 9-inning games to get the innings done for the team affinity, or it's going to take just 27 3-inning games. Now, the reason that I'm recommending you guys to do Conquest to get the innings done is because every time you beat the Conquest map, you get a 10 bundle. You're going to get XP, you're going to get stubs just from doing it, and you're going to get a 10 bundle. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're going to be doing the innings anyways, and you want them to go as fast as possible, it's going to be best to play the computer. Those games, especially on rookie mode, are going to go the fastest. And then, why not be earning multiple rewards while doing these team affinities? If you're beating Conquest, bam, you get a 10 bundle. If you're trying to do every team affinity, just keep beating Conquest, keep getting it out. You're going to get 10 bundles, you're going to get the team affinities done, you're going to get stubs, you're going to get XP. It's a win-win situation. If I had to guess based on experience playing on rookie difficulty and Conquest, it's probably going to take to get 250 innings done, I would say anywhere from an hour and 15 minutes to 2 hours, with kind of 2 hours being on the longer end, maybe for some people 2.5, but I would say an hour and a half to 2 hours is probably like what I would say the average range is to get these done. And if you think about it, March to October, it takes a lot longer, and you would be having to do it on Hall of Fame, so it's going to be harder. You could lose in the World Series and lose all of that time. So to get these innings done, let's just say you need to do, if you want to get these innings done once. That's going to be, you know, let's just say 2 hours to make it easy. That's a lot less time than March to October. If you combine this with spending a little bit of stubs, it takes 2 hours to do a team affinity. And if you want to get this done, you don't want to have to do this. That's going to be 2 more of the innings you want to do right there. Say you can only do these 2 exchanges. That's 4 more hours. So right there, you have the innings plus the 4 hours. That's 6 hours total. That's still a lot less than March to October. In reality, you pretty much just have to weigh, how do you want to spend your time? Do you want to play March to October, maybe even lose? Do you want to be grinding innings? Do you want to be spending your stubs? Also, keep in mind, one little tip too. If you're going to be doing the exchanges, keep in mind, while you play, you get players. So you're probably going to have some duplicates. Yeah, it might not be the most, but they really add up, man. Duplicates can really add up over time if you want to use that for those exchanges, because, you know, you're not going to get that many stubs for these guys. Or you could honestly go and sell one of these duplicates, create a sell order, and maybe have enough stubs to buy one of the higher bronzes. So it really just depends on the situation. Some of these lower bronzes are overpriced. They're going to be similar price to these higher bronzes. So it really just depends on the situation. Look through your duplicates, sell them, put in buy orders, just spend your stubs wisely. Buy your players wisely. Make sure you're not wasting any stubs. As I was saying, though, it really just comes down to how you want to spend your time. Again, I feel like doing the innings, especially if you're doing Conquest, is just a lot more rewarding, because you do earn stubs, you do earn XP while you're playing March to October, but you do in Conquest as well. And every time you beat Conquest, yeah, it's going to take you, you know, 6-7 hours, but every time you beat Conquest, you get a 10 bundle. And while you're doing it, you can be getting these team affinities done, which also get you some stubs, also get you a pack, get you XP, get you rewards like that, man. So I feel like this is just really a win-win situation. Probably the easiest way, in my opinion, to do it. I think especially because in March to October, you almost need to do it on All-Star or Hall of Fame if you just want to do it in one go. That's going to be a lot harder than getting these innings done doing these exchanges. Real quick, I'm just going to do a summary of everything that I talked about in this video. So for team affinities, in my opinion, the easiest way, doing the innings and doing the exchanges. For the innings, you want to be doing it in Conquest. You can do it during Steel Fans, you can do it during Stronghold attacks, and Conquest, you can extend the games if you feel comfortable to 9 innings max. That's where it cuts off, so you're able to get 81 total innings with a full team, 81 total innings per 9-inning game. Otherwise, you're just going to be getting 27 during a normal 3-inning game. You can do this as many times as you want. Again, Conquest, you get a 10 bundle whenever you beat it. So keep doing it in Conquest. Keep beating that Conquest map, getting 10 bundles, getting innings done. Every 250 innings, you get 5 of these points. And if you do all of the exchanges, you only need to do the innings once. Now, it takes 190,000 points in the exchanges to get 45. You get up to 45. That's why with the other 5, you can get the reward right here. But 190,000 points, as we discussed, if you're using bronzes, it's probably going to be, I would say, an average of 100 subs per player. But if you really play smart, you can get it a little bit lower than that. I would say maybe about 75 stubs per player. So I would say, if you're being smart with your stubs, you're working the market, you're looking at different overalls, how much they get you for the exchange and everything, it's going to be anywhere from probably 8 to 20,000 stubs to do the exchanges. You just got to be smart. You got to put in buy orders, look for good cards with high overalls, maybe sell some of your other cards. You might have some duplicates, but I would say it's going to be anywhere from 8 to 20,000 stubs to get this done. So really, in reality, not that many, especially if you're going to be getting a diamond reward. You just got to kind of compare the rewards to the time put in. Plus, while you're doing these innings, while you're beating your conquest, you're going to be getting a 10 bump every time, like I said, and you're getting XP, and you're getting stubs along the way. And in the program itself, you're going to be getting a little bit of stubs as well. So it's really just a win-win-win-win-win situation. If this video helped you guys out, or you want to see more tutorial videos, definitely leave a like. If you have feedback for the tutorials or other tutorials, tips, tricks you want to see, let me know down in the comments. This is only my second tutorial video of the year. I'm new to this, guys, so sorry if it was all over the place. I don't know exactly how to be making these as efficient as possible, the best way possible. So any feedback is definitely appreciated down in that comment section. Some constructive criticism would be awesome. I really hope this helped you guys. I really did. In my opinion, it's the easiest way to do team affinities, man. Do exchanges, do the innings while doing conquest. Win-win-win situation, man. It's 100% awesome, and the exchanges really aren't too bad, especially if you have duplicates that you're selling, exchanging, and being smart with your buy orders for those exchanges. Subscribe if you guys are new. On the road to 20,000 subscribers. Follow Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and the second channel. All that's down in the description. Thank you as always for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.